Hello everyone, I, Kundan Chandrakar, welcome you all to the SWAYAM online course lecture on safety precaution in demolition work. In this video, we are going to learn briefly about various safety tips, common safety hazards and legal requirement of demolitions work. Let us discuss the content part. The first content is the safety in demolition and underpinning work. Second content are legal requirement for demolition. The next is the common safety hazards and environmental aspect in demolition work. 10 demolition operational safety tips and conclusions. Let us discuss briefly about the safety in demolition and underpinning work. What is demolition? The general introduction of this demolition, it is a general experience that for less regarding and consideration is given to the demolition or dismantling of structure than to erection, construction and maintenance. Although the problem, hazards and uncertainty can be much greater as the demolition is frequently carrying out by the unskilled worker. The design engineer have the responsibility not only for the safe design and construction but also to the safe demolition of structure at the end of designed life. Necessary measure needed for safe and smooth demolition can be incorporated at the design and construction stage. Let us discuss briefly about the legal requirements for demolition. The Building and the Other Construction Worker Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act 1996 and BOCW Central Chapter Rules. The Hazard Wastage Management Handling and Transbound Movement Rules 2008 Amendment on 2010 and the Noise Pollution Regulation and Control Rule 2000 and the Environmental Protection Act 1986 and the Environmental Protection Rules 1986 and the Municipal Solid Waste Management and Handling Rule 2000 and IS Code IS 4130 Demolition of Building Code of Safety. Let us discuss common safety hazard and environmental aspect in demolition. Unintentional collapse of structure or part of it, people and object falling from height, striking overhead or underground services, manual handling activity associated with demolition and material movement. The next is the general of demolished debris, hazardous substance in debris. At the next, dust emission, generation of noise, effect on microclimate, segregation of the generated debris due to demolition activity is required between hazardous and non-hazardous debris. Let us discuss briefly about the methodology of safe demolition. The method of demolition includes hand or manual demolition, mechanical demolition by pusher arm, demolition ball and wire rope pulling, explosive demolition by hydraulic blaster and the thermic lens. This method of demolition are suitable for particular types of building and structure such as house, large building, bridges, arcs and independent chimneys, steel and concrete structure, spires, pylons and mass petroleum tank, etc. Demolition process in the all type of structure is not same and all debris and waste generated during demolition should not be used for landfilling. Let us discuss what we will action to take before any demolition work is taken up. The first step is that it should be preceded by site survey which should be comprehensive and cover the positions of screen and scaffolds, etc. Second main point is the protection of the public shall be ensured and also method to ensure the stability of surrounding building structure from the ensuring danger of collapse due to withdrawal or support or undermining of the foundation shall be paid attention. The next point is that the electrical power to all service within the structure to be demolished should be shut off or discontinued at outer the building. The next point is the all gas and water and stream services line should be shut off or otherwise controlled outside the structure to be demolished. The structure to be demolished should be adequately fenced and coordinate off and suitable board shall be prominent displayed to warn the public. Measure for the dust suppression control shall be placed. Let us discuss the next important point is that the safety measure in demolition of the building. Demolition operation should begin with by removing glass in door and windows, loose object and projecting parts. Workers should not be deployed at different level unless adequate precautions are taken to ensure safety for those deployed levels. Demolition work should begin at the top of the structure and process downward. Machinery, concrete and other disseminated materials should be not allowed to accumulate in quantities which may endanger the stability of any floor or structural support. Part of the structures, where necessary, should be adequately shored, braced or otherwise supported. If the structure is demolished by explosive, all safety measures pertaining to explosives such as transport, storage handling and loading, firing, etc. should be strictly adhered to. Foundation wall serving as a retaining wall to be support an adjoining structure should not be demolished until the adjoining structure have been underpinning or braced or earth supported by sheet pilling. Stair with hand railing should be kept in place as long as practicable to provide access and aggression. If the work of demolition is continued at height, all passageway, stairs and other parts of the structure where worker pass and work should be adequately lit. Worker should be strict wear safety harness, belt, helmet, hand gloves and goggles. If demolition is carried out by machines such as power shovel, bulldozer, etc., the safety measures relevant to operation and use of such machine should be addressed to. If swinging weight such as the ball is used for demolition, a safety zone having a width of at least 1.50 times the height of the building or structure should be maintained. Let us discuss the next point is that scaffolds used for demolition operation should be independent of structure to be demolished. If ladder are used for demolition, only traveling type mechanical ladder should be used. Expect the ordinary ladder may be used as means of access to the scaffolds. The hoist and whatever it is practicable should be used as a lower the material. Material should have a gate at the bottom with suitable means for regulating the flow of material. The safest way to transport the debris generated at different level in demolition is by material hoist or other equipment. Let us discuss next point, that is whenever the condition demand suitable catch platform at least 1.50 meter width should be provided along with the outer of the exterior wall so that the prevent danger from falling object. The catch platform should be moved downward as the level of demolition operation get lowered. The catch platform should be inclined such as the outer edge is higher than the inner edge for arresting fall of material during demolitions. Let us discuss the next important point, that is safety measures in demolition of structural steel works. The steel structure should be demolished from top tier by tier. There should be defined plan and sequence of removing the various members of steel structure. All precautions should be taken to prevent danger from any sudden twist, spring or collapse of steel parts. Work when it is cut and released. Remove parts should be carefully lowered and not to dropped from a height. Safety precaution of gas cutting off should be addressed to. Let us discuss the another main point, that is safety measure in demolition of tall chimney, minar and pylon etc. Tall chimney and minar, pylon etc. should not be demolished by overturning or blasting unless a protected area of adequate dimension can be established in which of the chimney or structure can be fall safely. If the demolition of tall structure is resorted to the blasting and explosive, the service of the specialist engineer should be re-equalization for the pattern of drilling, the size of the hole of drilling, the change of the explosive and the entire sequence of the firing of the explosive etc. The entire operation should be under supervision and control the competent person. The whole area shall remain out of the bounds for public. Let us discuss the another main point, that is safety measures in demolition of industrial structure. Required safety measures in additional to some of the relevant safety measures started here before should be observed in removing heavy and bulky machinery, plant and equipment. For example, if the industrial structure can be nuclear power plant station is to be demolished, the service of the specialist expert to be filled, the radio property and radiation should be re-acquisition for the operation of demolition structure which has the radiation hazards. The entire operation of the demolition is to be planned by the specialist engineer in consultation with the demolition engineer. Segregate and disposal hazard waste separation as per the applications law. Let us discuss the second main point, that is underpinning. In construction, underpinning is that process of strength and stability the foundation of existing building and other structure. Underpinning may be necessary for variety of reasons. The first reason is the original foundation is simply not stronger or stable enough. Second is that the intended use of structure has changed. The property of soil supporting and foundation may have changed or were mischaracterized during planning. The construction of nearby structure necessarily the excavation of soil supporting existing foundations. It is more economical due to the land price or otherwise to work on the present structure foundations than to build a new one. The existing foundations of the building have moved. This is caused by poor soil or change the soil conditions. There has been a decision to add another story to the building either above or below ground level, and the depth of the existing foundation is adequate to support the modified building or load weight for it. Underpinning is accomplished by extending the foundation in depth or in breadth so that the either rest or more supporting soil strums distribute its load across the greater area. Uses of micro piles and jet grounding are common method. This is an alternative to underpinning is a strengthening of the soil by the introduction of grounds. All these processes are generally expensive and elaborate. Underpinning work require very careful planning and execution. An initial step before sustainability commencement of the work will generally be to dig a trial hole next to the existing footing foundations to make assessment of the condition by the expert engineer. It is a messy, noise and traumatic operations for building and their occupant alike. Useless and expensive jacking system are incorporated. The underpinning will almost promote some additional substance as the word settling in. If the structure is partially underpinning, then the future damage of occur in rest of non-underpinning structure continually settling. For this reason, underpinning should be avoided at the all possibility. Let us discuss the next important point, that is safety measure. Underpinning. Most type of underpinning involve digging hole under building in confined space. The existing structure is expected to defy gravity and temporarily arc over the excavation. Collapse can occur and the following related risk must be identified and managed accordingly. Investigate service before starting excavation. Always do excavation at angle greater than the angle of response of soil. Check that underpinning pits cannot get flooded or the collapsed. Strength superstructure before digging. Check that wall above are strong enough to support themselves over pits. Support slide of excavations. Ensure that worker can escape from pits easily. Use threaded couplers instead of dowel bars to connect reinforcement rod before section of shovels marks concrete underpinning. Ensure strength of nearby surrounding structures. Provide all the PPE, safety harness, safety helmets, safety shoes, masks, safety goggles and safety jackets. Ensure safe access and ventilation to pits. Let us discuss the next important point, that is 10 demolition operation safety tips. Demolition operation can be incredibly dangerous if proper safety measures are not taken. Whether you are tearing down a small building or large skyscraper, there are many hazards to be aware of and steps you can take ensure the safe and all involves. According to the Occupational Safety and Health Administration (OSHA), improper demolition operation safety is the one of the leading causes of accident and injuries in the construction industry. In fact, 2020 there is almost 5,000 injuries and death related to demolition operation. Next point is that to protect yourself and your employees from the potential hazards of demolition operations, it is crucial to make a plan, conduct a site survey, train your workers, use the proper equipment, control dust and debris, and ensure that emergency response teams are prepared. To help keep you and your employees safe on a demolition site, I am going to share 10 essential safety tips. By following this tip, you can take the necessary step to prevent accident and injuries caused by the improper demolition operation safety in workplace. The first is making a plan. Before you start a demolition work, it is important to have a detailed plan in place. This plan should be include information on type of building or structure being demolished, the location of work and any potential hazards that may be present. It should be also outline the steps of the taken of mitigate those hazards. Having a plan of place before the demolition work begin is the critical and ensuring the safety of all involved. It allows you to anticipate potential hazards and take steps to address them before they become a problem. It also helps to ensure that all workers are aware of the procedure that will be followed and that everyone is the same page. A well thought out plan can be helped to minimize risk of accident and injury on the demolition sites. The second main point is that conduct a site survey. Before any demolition work begin, it is crucial to conduct a site survey to identify any potential hazards. This should be include looking for things like hazardous material, electrical and gas line, and unstable structure. A site survey is the essential step is that the demolition process allow you to identify any potential hazards that may be present. By doing so, you can take steps to mitigate those hazards and help workers safe. For example, if hazardous material are found, appropriate precaution can be taken to ensure that workers are protected during the demolition process. A site survey also allow you to identify the potential structure issues with the building, such as the unstable wall or floor, that may need to be addressed before demolition work begins. The next important point, that is train your worker. All workers involved in the demolition process should be properly trained on the hazards they may encounter and the procedure they should follow the safe condition. This should include training on the use of personal protective equipment and emergency excavation procedure. Proper training is essential for ensuring the safety of all workers on the demolition site. It helps to ensure that everyone is aware from the hazards they may encounter and the steps they need to take protect themselves. It is also to help the ensure and the all workers are familiar with their procedure that is followed in case of emergency. This is especially important for workers who may not be experienced in demolition operation, as they may not be aware of the potential hazards and risks. Let us discuss the next point is that use of proper equipment. The right equipment is essentially for safe demolition operation. This includes the think of hard hats, safety goggles and ear protection and gloves. Workers should also be trained on the proper use of any heavy machinery that will be used in during a demolition process. Using the proper equipment is critically for protecting workers on the demolition site. Personal protective equipment such as hard hat and safety goggles protected worker from falling debris and other hazards. It is also important to ensure that workers are trained in a proper use of heavy machinery such as excavator, bulldozer and the other incident injuries. The next important point is that control dust and debris. Dust and debris can cause serious health hazards if not properly controlled. Make sure that workers are equipped with the right respirator and dust suppression measures are in place. Dust and debris are common hazards in demolition site. They are harmful to the worker's health. Not properly controlled, dust can cause respiratory problem while debris can cause injuries if the fall of the worker. To control this hazard, it is important to ensure that the worker is equipped with the appropriate respirator system and that the dust suppression measures are in place. This can include using water and dampen down dust or using barrier to keep debris from spread. Let us discuss the next important point, that is monitor the weather. Weather condition can greatly impact demolition work. High winds, rain and other extreme weather conditions can make the difficult and even impossible to safely conduct demolition operation. Monitor the weather forecast and adjust your plan accordingly. Weather condition can have a significant impact on demolition work, making it difficult or even impossible to safely conduct operations. High wind, for example, can make it difficult to operate heavy machinery and can cause debris to fly around, putting workers at risk. Extreme heat can also be a hazard as it can cause heat exhaustion and the other heat-related illness. Rain and other inclement weather can be also demolition site slippery and increase the risk of slips, trip and fall. To ensure safety in all weather conditions, it is important to monitor weather forecast and adjust your plan accordingly. This is maybe include postpone demolition work during extreme weather conditions or taking extra precaution to protect workers. Let us discuss the next point is that be aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of your surrounding while on demolition site. This includes staying alert for things like falling debris, power lines and unstable structures. Being aware of the surrounding is critical for the safety on demolition site. Workers should be constantly vigilant for hazards such as falling debris, power line and unstable structure. By staying alert, worker can avoid accident and injuries. It is also important to ensure that workers are aware of the location of emergency exit and excavation routine in case of emergency. Let us discuss the next point is the follow OSHA regulations. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration OSHA has a specific regulation in place of demolition operation. Make sure you are familiar with this regulation and that the workers are following them at the all time. OSHA regulations are in place to protect workers and ensure safe working conditions. It is important to employer to familiarize themselves with these regulations and ensure that all workers are following them at all times. This includes ensuring that the workers are using the proper PPE, that emergency excavation procedures are in place, and the workers are not exposed to hazardous material. The next important point, that is, have a communication plan in place. Clear and effective communication is critical for a safe demolition operation. Make sure everyone know what to do in case of emergency and all the workers are equipped with the necessary communication device. Clear and effective communication is crucial for ensuring the safety of all the workers on the demolition sites. A communication plan should be have in place to ensure that the worker know what to do in case of emergency. This may including assigning specific role and responsibility for emergency situation and providing workers with the help of necessary communication device to stay in touch. By having a communication plan in place, worker can respond quickly and effectively in case of emergencies. The next important point is that continuously evaluate the situations. Demolition operations can be unpredictable and situation can change quickly. Continuously evaluate the situation and adjust the safety plan as necessary. Demolition operation can be unpredictable and situation can change quickly. This makes it important to continuously evaluate and situation and adjust the safety plan as necessary. By monitoring the process of demolition work, employees can identify any potential hazard and take steps to mitigate them before they become a problem. It is also important to conduct regular safety inspection to ensure that the worker following the safety plan and that all equipment is in good conditions. By continuously evaluating the situational, employer can ensure the demolition site remaining safe for all workers. Let us discuss the last important point, that is conclusion. Demolition operation can be incredibly dangerous if proper safety measures are not taken. By following the 10 tips outlined in the article, employer can help to ensure safety of all those involved in demolition operation. These tips include making a plan, conduct a site survey, training worker, using the proper equipment, controlling dust and debris, monitor the weather, being aware of the surrounding, following OSHA regulations, have a communication plan in place, and continuously evaluate the situations. Remember, safety should always be top priority on the demolition site. By following this tip and taking the necessary precaution, employers can help minimize the risk of accident and injuries on the demolition sites. With this, we will end our today's lecture here. Thank you for your patience and we will meet in our next lecture. Thank you.